All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a great afternoon. Please ignore the mess behind me. I've got Halloween clutter I'm getting ready to pack away, and my kids just pulled out the Christmas crap. So, shit. We're in it, aren't we? Anyway, I'm going to end on a fun note. Okay. We're going to start serious and we're going to end fun. I'm going to share with you the Witch's Moon box haul for the month. But I do want to talk about this Travis Scott Astro World. It's an interesting name for a concert, Astro World. Anyway, I have said before, and I will say it again, you never, ever, 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 ever go into large crowds during a plutonic phase. And unfortunately, this concert, what was the 6th, fell under, even if it was the 5th, it was the 5th or the 6th or even the 7th, it fell under the umbrella of a plutonic energy. And what is one of the things I always say about plutonic energy? My Patreon knows this because I sound like a damn broken record to them. But one of the do's and don'ts, and I'm going to say the F word, stay the fuck out of crowds and you will live another day. But not a lot of people know that knowledge and that information. So that is the simple explanation as to why this happened. I always say that there's death and drama that takes place in this energy. And I'll be honest with you. This is, truth here. When I was first learning this stuff, the guy who was teaching it to me, I would sit there and go, oh, yeah, right. What a bunch of effing bullshit. Yeah, right. However, it was by observation of the certain times that this energy took place. He was actually right on the money. The ancient method of astrology always, always provides the answers. So that is the main factor. Now, I do have Travis Scott's birthday up. I maybe should go over his chart one day. I'm not going to do it today, but he is born April 30th, 1991. I do not have the birth time, but I know this much. He is a Taurus, born in April. So he's born in the constellation of Aries, but his sun is Taurus, and he has a double dragon. So this is double dragon energy in the sign of Capricorn, and the tail is in Cancer, sitting on his fourth house, but the dragon's head is in the 10th. Now, if I would have been Travis Scott's astrologer, I would have said to him, you need to reschedule some of your shows so you're not performing under plutonic energy. Simple as that. If he would have followed the jurisdiction of the stars, all of this could have been avoided. But less than 1% of the world has this knowledge. So there you go. But yes, what else can I say about Travis Scott's date of birth here? Tell me, you have a dragon's head in Capricorn in the 10th house. This is all about career, career, moving to the top. And I haven't really looked deeply into his stars to make any judgments. uh, but I know this much. Next year, January 2022, this dragon energy is going to be cruising his second house of wealth and possessions and money. And the tail is going to be cruising his 8th house. The 8th house is the house of death and drama. He has a moon sitting in Scorpio and a Pluto sitting in Scorpio. He needs to be very careful next year. However, right now, Pluto is stationed in Capricorn. His dragon's head and 10th house is Capricorn. So, anytime you have Pluto either natally or cruising through a certain house. This is his 10th. Pluto is all about wake up calls. He's going to have to conduct business a little differently if his career isn't ruined. Don't think it is, but like I said, I haven't looked deeply into his stars, so I'm not going to speculate. Okay. Maybe in another day or two, I'll get on here and really look at his stars and I'll go through it with you. But what I am going to do is come back on here. I wanted to come back here yesterday, but I'd had dental work done. I couldn't talk. It was like half my mouth was numb. I was like, no, this isn't going to work. I figured out the software that I want to do another crypto part 2 for all of you. I'm going to try and get that done on Thursday or Friday. I haven't set a definite date yet. I'm kind of waiting for something to happen tomorrow, and I'll know more about whether I could do it on a Thursday or a Friday. But I did want to get on here now that I've talked to you about the bad, and we are just about ending we're out of the Platonic phase. We left that phase, let's see, about the 8th, something like that. And we're getting ready to slip into, in a couple of days, I believe we're slipping into a Uranic phase. So fault lines, earthquakes, shocking news, get ready. Luckily, the moon is waxing. So for us in our own personal lives, it'll be shocking, but maybe happy shocking. I prefer happy shocking over horrible shocking. I don't know about you, but that's just me. All right, here we go. I'm running out of room here. All right. So this is the November Witches Moon Box. I'm going to open these blinds just a little to get a little light in, and turn my light here so we can see. All right. So this month's box is about the Witch's Ruin, or ruins, plural. And I think this is really cool. This is a little thing they gave me this month. And the reason I'm showing you this, let me go find it in the box. I'm going to show you that first, because I really don't need to read too much from that. But this tells you all the explanations of the ruins. So you get this beautiful purple silk bag. And you get 13 ruins. Each ruin represents a zodiac sign. 13th representing, well, for me, in the way I would do it, it represents the 13th sign is your dragon energy. In this, it says it's associated with the symbols and messages found within divination tools can be adopted by those who are willing to absorb its personal wisdom. My daughter highlighted a whole bunch of this. So, okay, it's created in the powerful and influential number of 13. Lucky number 13. What else did she highlight here? Often feared by those that surround themselves with superstition, but it represents the 12 astrological signs of the zodiac, with the 13th ruin representing the eye, which makes sense. The third eye, spirit. In my method of astrology, 13th sign is your dragon head and tail. But it doesn't have to represent that necessarily. It's spirit. I'll go with that. So yeah, this is going to be fun to play around with, and I don't work too much with ruins, so when I get something that I'm really kind of unfamiliar with in my witch's kit, I kind of enjoy it because it's something new. You're learning something new. Anyway, that's what you get: a witch's ruin, and the little board gives you all the meanings of the ruins. So I told my youngest daughter, because she's really into this stuff, start learning. She's 16 and she has memorized the entire major arcana. And she's working on the harder ones now. It's those though the other suits are the hardest to learn because there's so many more of them to learn. But I told her, if these are calling to you, start using them. Practice. I go, and then I'll throw you on um, YouTube one day, and you could do them for my viewers, and maybe I'll throw in a $5 ruin reading by Sophie. She's like, I kind of like that idea. And hello, Lachlan. Hello, Lachlan. How are you? Blessed be to you too. It's Leslie. Okay. Hey, hon. How are you? How are things down under? Along with the witch's ruins, you get a little affirmation card. This one is called Authenticity, Individual, Unique, Self Love. So this is about self care, self love, doing things for yourself. And it's actually a perfect card to be in my witch's box because I usually put myself last, and that's not a good thing. And then there's the witch's prophecy, which is just a little spell chant, and I'll explain a little more about that in a second. Let me put that off to the side because I'm pulling the card out before the horse. So she also includes this beautiful. Every month you get like some sort of a salt bath. So this month is Iris. God, it smells divine, and it's like has like pieces of it's salt, but it has like pieces of lavender and rose in it. It's very lovely. Smells very lovely. Oh, I just want to see if my daughter highlighted anything for the salt. She went in and she took a Sharpie and highlighted things she felt I should bring out here. Okay, so the sacred salt is created to prepare and designate time and energy for receiving messages. This month's box is really all about divination and raising our psychic self and our psychic vibrations. It's about tapping into that. I did even say in my own November newsletter, I said that all of us that dabble in this realm, whether you're witches, whether you're spiritualists, tarot readers, clairvoyant, psychics, astrologers, pendulum, anything that dabbles in the realm of divination is going to be extra strong this month. November is the month of divination and shadow work. So is there anything I need to add to this? I hope it's not too noisy. There's a lot of banging going on. Excuse me. So basically this bath is great for soaking in a tub right before any kind of divination work. Like this would be great for anytime I have to do a reading on someone through tarot, astrology as well. Because with myself, when I'm doing astrology, when I'm working on someone's chart, I kind of sit and meditate and channel the individual's birthday. It's part of divination as well. Great. Can't wait to try it. All righty. What else do we have? I should have had these all opened up for you. Yeah, it is calling her. Very much so. Let's see. Politically hectic at the moment. It's funny. It's not fun. I have a handful of witch friends I've made on there, and they're lovely people. And I obviously don't understand all of Australia's politics, but they're complaining too. I'm seeing little snippets of stuff that are going on, and I'm really sorry, hun. This dragon's energy is almost over and things will change. You will see a shift in the energy, even for Australia. You have to remember um, Australia is a Sagittarian nation. So it makes sense that your country is getting its ass kicked by government and other things. Um, I'm sorry, but there's hope and it will change. So know that. Keep that in mind. January 18th, the changing of the guards, okay? So I got a couple of herbs here, and I obviously this is not how you pronounce it, but it's called abstinence. Abstinence, and it's not what you're thinking of. Not abstinent. I don't know. There's an alcohol, very strong alcohol called abstinence or abstinent or something like that. Obviously, it's not the same thing. This is an herb. The other herb you get is called uva ursi. Never heard of that one either. So you see, you kind of get these neat and unique herbs that you've never had before, at least for myself. Okay. Um, the uva ursi is it's another psychic herb, great for divination. So if I was doing tarot reading, I'd probably get a charcoal block and light that sucker up and pinch of this stuff with the other. The other is called, let me get the right. Okay. Well, that's absinthe is what it's called, which is a fancy name for wormwood. Okay, so this is actually wormwood. I actually just got a couple of shipments of this stuff in. Wormwood is good for divination. Wormwood is also good for cursing and hexing. I just got a big packet of wormwood in that I'm actually getting ready to sell because I have too much of it. So I'm going to get ready to throw it up on my store or possibly Amazon, but it's a nice 1 ounce package of wormwood that I'm going to sell for probably $5.99. But if one of you out there has decided you would like to claim it first, I'll probably give you a deal on it. So if you want it, holla. Okay, so those are the two herbs they give you for the month. Moving on, moving on. I'm going to save the best part of it for last. And I do want you to know, I did this on not YouTube, on TikTok. I don't know if any of you get these witches boxes. Actually, I'm getting ready to do a show and tell for one from, I'm still waiting for the box to come from Australia. I believe the company is called Among Sisters. And I'm waiting for her. She's a candle maker down in Australia. I don't know which part, but once I get that box, which is sitting on a container ship in the Pacific, I mean, it's just MIA. I probably won't get that till after the holidays. But if you do these witches boxes, a friend of mine told me about this, and it's a great idea. The inside, this stuff, you don't have to throw it away. If you're into making poppets and stuff, use this filling. They make great poppet filling. Okay. I'm going to slowly pull all the stuff out of here. I knew there would be a purple candle. Purple candle, always a purple candle for divination. I just love this box's candles because there's just something special about beeswax and the way it burns. It burns longer. It's quality. It's just pure quality. So you do get a beeswax divination candle. I think it would just be easier if I just pulled all the crap out of it now. Did I get it all? Yes, I did. All right, put that there. All right, so then you also get this oil. It is called Prophecy Oil. If you can see that. I love the smell of this. Oh, you're welcome, honey. I know you've been going through a lot, sweetie. But I want you to have hope. And there's a silver lining to this. It will get better. I have friends in Australia who've told me they feel like they're prisoners in their own home. I'm sorry. The whole world's gone to shit. It's not just Australia. Our country's pretty screwy too. Me too. I do hope it arrives. I want to have her on here and introduce people to her, especially since I have a lot of Australian connections. I'm like, why do more people need to know about you? Especially my Australian witches, because I have a good handful, half a dozen of you are from Australia, including my lovely Leslie in the chat. So yeah, so when it comes, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Anyway, this is Prophecy Oil, and it smells divine. It's that is a mixture of almonds. Let me go look here and see. I smell almond right off the bat with that one. Anointing oil, enhancing your psychic perception, and it works great during times of divination and can be used to anoint certain tools to strengthen their receptivity. That makes any sense? Anoint your skin or magical tools. Now, the skin, I know that's her advice. If you have really sensitive skin, do not put it on your skin unless it's made specifically for the skin. But this one is saying it's specifically for skin and magical tools. So when it says that, just stick to magical tools. I mean, it does smell divine, I know. And I guess you could take a little and dab it into your hair, but I wouldn't put it on your skin. That's just me. I'm the queen of breaking out with rashes and stuff. I'm sorry, I have a cat locked in the bathroom. But come on, big guy. Go. Anyway, beautiful oil. And it's got ylang ylang, almond, jasmine, anise, and clove. So I knew it had something in there almondy. I could smell. I smell the clove as well. All right. So you get that. Then I'm going to save the best for last. I already got into this the first day it arrived because amber is probably one of my favorite incense. And this is called Amber Eye Ritual Incense. This is great for grounding. It's great for thoughtful energies to surround you. Burn this ritual incense during any divination. I can't talk today. Divination rituals. So this would be a great one for me to burn during a tarot reading. Or if I'm doing pendulum work. Okay. What I love about this kit is you always get a tea of the month. And so November's tea is called, hold on here, I want to make sure. Carmentu's Brew Herbal Tea, and it comes with a muslin bag. It's a prophecy tea. So it's a tea, it's an herbal tea with all kinds of things in it for divination. You know, there's herbs you use to create stronger divination. That's what this tea has in it. Let me be a little more precise here, and I'll tell you exactly what it has in it. It has raspberry leaf, chaste berry nettles, linden flower, and cinnamon. So it's a very perfect autumny tea. I can't wait to try that. I'm drinking a tea from another witch's box, and I don't remember what it's called, and it turns red. I don't know if you can see that. It's all red. It's lovely. It's like I'm drinking blood. I'm kidding. Sorry. Halloween is 365 days a year in this household. So every day is Halloween in my world. Okay. Then there is where to go, where to go. I just saw it. This is a beauty. It is a crescent moon. This is a carved moss agate crescent moon. I don't know if you could see that. It is so pretty. Moss agate crescent moon. And the moss agate crescent moon is perfect for, it's very good for grounding. It's a grounding and balancing stone, but it's also wonderful companion to keep close during times of confusion and chaos. So, hi, sweet butterfly girl. So if you have a crazy, chaotic family and you have to go there for Thanksgiving, take it with you. Bless it. Keep it in your pocket. Luckily, I don't have that problem. I moved to the boonies. No one comes to see me, and that is just quite all right with me. It's okay. I'm the black sheep in the family, and there always has to be one, and I don't mind being it. Last but not least, and this is the last thing I'm going to show you before I get off of here. In fact, I've decided to give this to my daughter. Not because I don't like it. I do like it, but she is starting to turn into her mother when it comes to crystals. She's turning into a crystal whore. So that's why I'm giving her this. There's always one very big, large item as well in the mix of this kit. And this it's made out of opal. It's beautiful. I'll read to you what it says, but I'm going to open it up first so you can get an idea. Inside, it's velvet, and then there's more opal here. Black shell, mother of pearl, to accompany your witch's ruins, we have included a black shell and mother of pearl box. This is beautifully crafted box, is a great tool to charge any items you put inside of it. So this is true, sweet butterfly girl. We are all black sheep. A lot of us who walk that occulty spiritual path seem to always be the black sheep of the family. And that's just fine by me. I should make the black sheep club. Anyway, the opal charges, the mother of pearl charges whatever items you put in here. And so she could put the ruins in there, which I'm going to let her have. And Also, I told her to start putting some of her smaller crystals in there to keep safe and charge. And so, yeah, you get this beautiful opal box. Does it say any more about it? Let's see. Before I wrap it up here. Um, da, 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 da. Well, it says mother of pearl can stimulate imagination and intuition, pushing the energy of fear and temper aside. Um, Known for its stress relieving properties, mother of pearl can relax, soothe, and calm the emotions, allowing for a clear and stable energy to become prominent. So, mother of pearl box, that goes to little Miss Sophie with the witch's ruins, which I can't wait. I can't wait to try those. So I have a feeling I'm just going to take another moment here. Yeah, Leslie, that box, the lady that creates these is based in Phoenix, Arizona. So I usually, when she announces that she is shipping, I usually get mine within the next day because I'm like 2 hours away from Phoenix. But I have to wait to do these because there are other people in my group and my, friend circles that subscribe to this one. And so I don't want to be, I want them to get that excited feeling when they open the box without knowing what it is, just like I did. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. But yeah, you could take these ruins. Like, I'm curious. Let's see what this one means. What does that one mean? This represents waves. So this is about artistic interpretation, creativity, emotional validity, vitality, fluctuation, imagination, intuition, learning new lessons, psychic development. So I won't do all of these. I'll go and do two more. Then there's like the crisscross. I call them the arrows. Crossroads. That's what it's called. This is called the crossroads. This is about boundaries. It's about making change and choice. It can create confusion. It can create direction and discovery. It's about a guardian energy, about a guardian guidance of some sort. So very cool. I'll do one more. I'm going to do one that really appeals to me. Okay, so bear with me. I know which one I want. Of course, it's the one I can't find. There it is. Okay. So I wanted to know what the eye meant. All-seeing eye. So the eye represents analyzing awareness. It represents clairvoyance. It represents contentment, concentration, creativity. It's not contentment. It's concentration. Sorry. Blind bitch here. It's observation, focus, identification, perspective. So very cool. So yes, we're going to have Sophie get to work on those, practicing. And, when you're young, and I mean young, I'm not talking like in your 30s or 40s or anything like that. I'm talking when you're like in your teens, 9, 10, 11, 12, up, children are a sponge and they can pick up on things so much quicker than us adults. It has taken me a very, very long time to learn the minor arcana, and I still get tripped up with a few cards here and there. Okay, so I know I keep talking about this, but as a witchy woman, I'm just so proud that I have a daughter that can read the major arcana at 16 years old and is being taught the astro tarot, which is not something that's taught by only one person can teach that, and that's Dr. Lewis Torrey. So even though I'm teaching it to her, um, it makes me happy to know that she's into some sort of esoteric thing. But anyway, that is the Witch's Moon box for the month of November. Yeah, I got it all. Just wanted to make sure. And what else was I going to say? Let me read what's going on in here. My world as well. Yep, every day is Halloween for us gals. We're all black sheep. Yep. Yeah, that's right. We need a black sheep club. I know. Isn't that box lovely? I will type it in for you. How's that? It's called the Witch's Moon. Oh, sweet butterfly girl, you will someday for sure. I've seen your stars. You would make a great mom. Very, very good mom. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I never raised my kids religious. I always told myself when I have my own children, I'm not cramming that shit down their throat. I didn't even cram the pagan stuff down their throat. Um, I let them make their choices, and it was actually them who wanted to go to full moon ritual festivals with me and things like that. So, I'm delighted. It makes me happy. And yeah, I've heard people say, oh, your kids are going down the wrong path because they don't know Jesus. Oh, my kids are going down the right path because I haven't crammed that down their throat. I noticed that the more religious people are, the meaner they are. The more spiritual a child is with less religion, the kinder and gentler the child is to other people. That's just my own observation. Um, and I've worked in the school system, so it definitely is my own observation here. Um, Religion teaches you to be hateful. The stars are just the stars. They're not anything to believe in. You can see them. They're there. It has nothing to do with believing in anything. So it makes sense to me. Let me find you if you give me a second, Leslie, let me find you the exact website so you know. Yeah, it's thewitchesmoon.com. Yep, copy. Here we go. There, the Witch's Moon. They have smaller boxes too. Like the one I have costs $54 a month, but there's 3 gals in the house that are into this stuff, so we all benefit from it. But she does have smaller ones. Hold on. I should be a salesperson for this company. I'm pulling a box, so hold on. Anyway, I can't find it. I've got so many of them. It's not even funny. But she has smaller boxes, I think, that are only like 28 or $30. And those are called the Witch's Ruin. Rich's Ruin. So you could find them on that website. The one from Australia that I'm waiting for is called, hold on, let me bring that one up. It's called Among Sisters. It's based out of Australia. And There's that one. So Leslie, you might want to check that one out too, because that one's right in your neck of the woods. I don't know what part of, I know she's not in Perth. She's on your coast somewhere. She's a candle maker, and oh my God, I mean, some of the candles she makes are amazing. So I do want to bring something up, and the reason I like this lady and how she runs her business is, how do I freaking put this? There's been something that goes on Witch Talk. I don't get involved in it, but there are certain people that make candles that throw their own DNA into the candle. I'm sorry, that's gross. Unless you're using that candle, unless you're using that candle for your own magical purposes, you don't put your own freaking DNA in a candle you're selling to the public. Because what that does is the person that's made the candle is placing their own personal attachment on whatever spell work you do. There's an attachment now. So we got to be real careful when you're buying candles from people. Now, I have talked to people who own botanicas, and I've said that, and they go, that is gross. A lot of them say that, but so you have to be very careful when you're buying candles from people, because some people do like to throw their DNA into it, and it's a darker thing that people do, and it's really all about control. Okay. That's all it is. It's their way of attaching themselves to you in a not so good way. So anyway, check out Among Sisters too, because she's got demon skull candles. She's got black skull candles. I mean, this lady is so talented with candles. I wish she lived in the States, but I don't mind giving my business to her, even though it costs me about $30 for shipping to the United States. Um, it is well worth it. And the kit I'm waiting for, one of the things in it that she is selling that I've ordered. Let me see if I can find it on here. I have a feeling it's not on here anymore because she's probably ran out of it. Candles. No, she still has it. So I'm waiting for, it's called the Coffin Candle. She's created a coffin candle. Can't wait to get this so I could show you. And it's hollow inside, where you can put a petition inside the coffin candle, close it up at the bottom, and then the candle burns with that petition inside it. And usually a coffin candle is made for releasing and banishing things. And what does the coffin represent? Death, the dead, putting an end to something. Coffin candles, they're great for things like that. So please check her out too, Among Sisters. Does take a bit longer. If you're here in the States, I would expect, if you order, you message her a month later and you haven't got your package, you need to wait at least 8 to 10 weeks. So if you order something, know that you're not going to get it for at least 8 to 10 weeks. And that isn't her fault. It's not, has nothing to do with her. It's the shitty shipping shit that goes on in Australia and here in the United States. It's a shit show. So just be patient like I am. You'll get your package. But Leslie, if you order from her, you probably get it like that. So check those two out. And oh wow, let's see what I was saying here. It's genetic. My daughter is a seer. See, I do think that we inherit certain traits from our family and stuff. Let's see. You can't find a guy who doesn't. Well, I do admit they're pretty damn annoying. Men are pretty annoying. No offense, men. But oh, you will one day. You will. Give it time. You know, I always tell my clients this as well, along with my friends. When you stop looking for one, is when he'll appear. Stop looking and he'll pop up. Okay. That's the way it should be. My children have. I agree with you, Leslie. That's how it should be. And um, I never really crammed it down their throats. However, my kids are, they like to dabble with the Ouija board. And I know a lot of people, oh my God, don't touch the Ouija board. I'm there. I know how to work with that thing. I've worked with it many times and I know how to shut it down as well. It's just about planning. But yeah, my daughters get involved with ritual as well. I had my oldest for her birthday because it fell right on Lionsgate. I told her this is a ritual she's going to do on her own for herself, an empowerment birthday ritual. And she did. She did her very first ritual on her own. Um, my youngest is a little different. She's more into the tarot cards. She can see the dead. She can see things that I can't. Very in tune with the underworld, as I call it, and she should probably be a paranormal investigator someday. That's her passion. She loves it. So yeah, we're a strange family. And like I said, I gave them that freedom to discover it on their own. I never said, don't do that. It's evil. It's this. It's that. No, let them self-discover themselves. All right, what else here? Hold on, you guys. Yes, it's a shame. There are so many fakes on the internet making money that it makes it hard for those of us, yes, to be taken serious. I totally agree with that. Oh my God. Um, just like my little store I run with all my crystals and stuff, it doesn't do very good unless I put it on Amazon. And the one platform I really hate putting it on, Amazon. No, but it sells. The shit sells. Doesn't sell in my website. You know, I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Um, when I put books and tarot cards in there, they go like that. But crystals, I mean, it's not like I have shitty stuff. I've got some of the best crystals in the world. They're from Sedona. Um, yeah, it's just strange. I mean, I'm not hurting in the tarot and astrology reading department, but product wise, I've got all kinds of. I got Van oil. I have Come to Me oil. I have all kinds of things for magical purposes. Um, Nothing. And I've looked. My prices are pretty damn low compared to some people. And I canceled my Etsy account because Etsy's bullshit. Get that place. Hate Etsy. Everything is a charge. 17 cents here, a charge here, a charge there. Well, by the end of the month, I'm not making shit. It's like microwave spirituality. I love it. I love it. That's perfect. You're shopping at, yeah, I know. Shipping at the moment, it sucks dog balls. I agree. Okay. Give it time, sweet butterfly girl. It'll happen. You know. I know a lot of people have had kids later than life. I had kids later than life. I wasn't 40 though, but I was 30 and 35 when I had my two. And that was late in life for some people. Um, but my 20s, I enjoyed. I traveled. Lived in Ireland for a little bit, and then I went to Holland. Spent time in South America and Central America. I saw the world. Um, in fact, my oldest daughter is named Maya because she is my Belizean souvenir, my permanent souvenir from Belize. So we were either going to name her Maya or Chinachinin. I don't think she would have appreciated that. Name her after a Mayan temple. So we named her Maya. Anyway, but it'll happen, darling. It'll happen. And you have a lot of us that are around that can kind of push that love thing along with a love spell, you know. So that's exactly right. Etsy does end up costing more in the long run. I just kind of sat there going, I'd rather pay, and this is crummy to say, but I get charged $39.99 a month through Amazon to have an Amazon account to sell on. And there's a couple of reasons I actually did that. One of which is I've come across some collectibles that I own that I need to sell. So, like this, for example, is a 50th anniversary Wizard of Oz. Rooting around for that, I noticed that it goes for about $225. This. So yes, me putting this on Amazon is going to pay off in the end, and I'm probably not going to sell it for $225. So yes, I have to. Brand new Wizard of Oz. Lunch pail. See, those are collectibles. This will only go for about 20. But even though I pay that $40 a month to Amazon, I still make that and 3 more times that. So I never saw money hitting my bank account when I had an Etsy account. So, it's just Etsy sucks. Let's just call it what it is. All right. Yep. See, Leslie was 29. I was 30. You have loads of time, sweetheart. That's okay. Yeah, if you know anybody that is looking for Wizard of Oz collector's items, I have them. There's a couple other things I have that I can't pull out, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them. I kept 2, but my grandmother, my dad's mother, was from England, British, and she collected. You know how in the Buckingham Palace they have those big, huge ginger jars. They're called ginger jars. Well, my grandmother has smaller ones that I inherited, and I don't need 6 of them. I kept 2. I'm going to sell 4, but when I went to go and price them, I got online with a British antique dealer, and he's like, those are worth, he said, in Britain, those are worth about 4,000 pounds, which averages out to about 3,000, 3,500 here in the States. So I can't get that in rural Arizona. I don't, cowboys are not of any refinement. They don't know what fine bone china is. I'm not trying to be rude or snotty or stuck up, but it's true. So I've got to either take them down to a dealer down in San Diego in one of the rich areas in order to get them the money I want for them. But I will, don't worry. I'm a Capricorn. I'll get my damn dime. And I do know people who have had their children in their 40s. Um, and that's, like I said, I do know people who've had their kids in their 40s, and that's great if that's their choice. Um, I'm 51, so if I had my kids in my 40s, I would be chasing like 8 and 9 year olds and 10-year-olds around right now, and I don't think I want to do that anymore, unless they're my grandkids. So yeah, I've got to go and investigate and see where I can turn in some of these things. There's always hope, sweet butterfly girl. And like I've said, it'll happen when you least expect it. When you're not looking for it, is when it happens. I hear this so many times over and over again, um, from so many different people in so many different walks of life, from the esoteric world to the heavy metal world. I've heard people say, I'm never going to get married. And then they go to a concert, and it's like in that Hotel Transylvania. They zing, zing, and there it is. So that's why those lucky dragon days are important, because lucky dragon days, you can be at the right place at the right time and find your soulmate, the love of your life. I know many of my clients who have found their soulmate or the love of their life on one of their lucky dragon days. So there is hope. You will find someone. You just have to be patient. Yeah. Um, this is why I'm doing more classes on crypto. In fact, I figured out the software. And I didn't even have to go and download software. I don't know if you saw, Leslie, my Bitcoin cryptocurrency one. I was trying to figure out the software for it, and I couldn't. So my daughter said to download this one software, and I'm looking at it going, okay, but I'm not a gamer. This serves me no purpose. It was actually another tutor that I follow, and I know Sweet Butterfly Girl followers follows her too. She was like, StreamYard, no money. You don't have to pay anything. You get 20 recordings a month. And she told me how to do it. And I did a test on it. The only problem is I was having issues with the speakers. So I have to fine tune all of that. Like I said, I am going to go on Thursday or Friday and do a second part of crypto. And the reason I'm bringing this up, Leslie, is because, yes, the Australian dollar and the American dollar is shit right now. Pardon my French, but the American dollar, this morning when I went to go check my crypto, it had dropped to 89%, meaning it is 11% below value. It's undervalue. So for every $1 you cash in, say in England, you're only going to get 89 cents. American dollar is crashing slowly. That's why it's important for you guys to know about digital currency, because it's not on the only, I mean, there are a few cryptos that go with the American dollar, but we'll talk about that on Thursday or Friday. Good advice, Leslie, to her. Oh, thanks, sweet butterfly girl. I was a little worried because I'm not giving you guys a visual. I mean, it's easy to talk, but that's why this Thursday you're going to get a visual. And no, I'm not going to, my daughter's like, why are you giving the public a visual of your account? I go, they're not going to see my assets or anything like that. All I'm going to do is show them the trade list. I'm going to do a simple trade with you guys. I'm going to show you live how to do a trade. And I want to do it this week because we're in a wanting phase, a waxing phase. I don't trade money and buy extra in the full moon. After the full moon, I don't do anything like that. So I want to get this done so you can see the transactions I'm making. And that's why I suggested Coinbase or Gemini. And I'll do one in Gemini too. I'm going to have both accounts up and I'm going to have to toggle back and forth between the two. Um, Also, another thing, I'll save that for the class. I'll save that for Thursday. Or I could just go on and on and on. I appreciate that. Thank you, sweet butterfly girl. Yep. I was just having this conversation with my mother this morning about how scary it is that that dollar is crashing. And this is kind of what I'm concerned about for the month of December. I'm very concerned with December. Um, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but just stock up on basic commodities. You know, I went to Costco and bought like a 25-pound bag of rice because we all eat rice in the house. Everybody here likes rice. So, you won't starve if you have rice and beans on hand. And I just kind of stocked up on cans of peaches and some, like black beans, things that are going to give you protein if you can't get meat, because meat's going to be insane next month. From what I hear, meat is going to go so sky high, you won't be able to afford it. And that's another reason why I'm talking about crypto, because when the American dollar completely drops, it's going to be those people that have crypto that are going to be able to buy their milk and their bread. It's going to be the American dollar. And that's because our politicians decided to wait to the very last moment to get in on it. Dumbasses. And they're also doing stuff behind the scenes to make it harder for people that do invest in this crypto. I don't follow a whole lot of political news anymore because I can't take it. Someone brought it to my attention yesterday that our president, Joe Biden, wants to pass. Now, if you guys and anybody knows about this, please say something in the comments, or even if I'm not live anymore, tell me. I need to know what's going on here. My understanding is if you get Cash Apps or Venmo'd or PayPal over $600, he wants you to fill out a 1099 for every 600 your Cash App. Now, I know a lot of people who get their child support through Cash App, myself included. So you're going to try and fucking tax me on my child support? Get the fuck out of here. Really? I mean, just certain things like that. So grandma can't give her grandson a $600 as a gift for Christmas to go buy himself something. His ass is going to get taxed. See, these are the things I'm confused with. So I want to know more about it. So any of you out there that know anything about this, you got to tell me. Right? Yes, I've noticed that too. Meat is already ridiculous. Yes, Leslie, go watch it. And if you have any questions, message me. I'm always here for questions. I'm on a crusade, I think, to get more women. Not that I don't mind men involved too. I love men too, but I'm on a crusade to get more women involved, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s right now, even younger. The ones that are in their 40s and 50s, I just want you to know there won't be, if you're an American, there won't be any Social Security left for you. All I'm paying into Social Security is basically for my mother to get it. So you've got to figure out other ways to, I'm not saying live high on the hog and buy a yacht and drive, have 10 Mercedes. when I say living a comfortable life, that means a great many things to a great many people. I'm more, I'm not a person of extravagant means or extravagant taste. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. I don't mind. I like having a car that runs, and I don't mind having food on the table. Those are the simple things in life. Um, Clean water. That's another big one. I don't need 5 cars. I don't need 20 homes. I am trying to get a second home, but that's a whole different story. And that's another thing. Some of you ladies out there, if you make enough money in crypto, you're going to have to invest that money. You might want to turn around and invest it in property and rent it out. And there's some of your income coming in every month. Okay, where am I? Yep. The UN has imposed a meat tax. The United Nations. Is that what that UN? United Nations? But we refuse to tax billionaires. Forbid money. Well, I'm saving this actually for my full moon broadcast. So if you hear me repeating it, here's why. You guys are going to get a precursor to it. We are watching something right in front of our very eyes happen. It's called the Great Reset. It's happening right in front of our faces. This is where, and I hear a lot of other people saying this. People are just lazy and they don't want to get their asses to work. No, it's not that. People are sick of getting paid minimum wage. They're getting sick of being paid 11 and 12 bucks an hour when their daycare costs over $500 a month. Gas is going up. Food is going up. Their rent is going up. The only thing not going up is their salary. If you want to remedy people being on welfare, give them a living fucking wage. So all of us who pay taxes, because we're the ones, it's not the billionaires that get stuck with this. It's us, middle class workers, that get stuck paying the taxes so that our poor can have health insurance and our poor can have food. So, yeah, tax them fucking billionaires. As the Motorhead song goes, eat the rich. Yeah, I agree. It's time that they get taxed. And what you're seeing right now, this is truly, we're in the age of Aquarius. You can see it. The age of Aquarius is here. There is a complete reset happening. People are done. It has nothing to do with being lazy. People want to go out and work and buy things, but they can't buy things because they have no money. And when you're broke, you don't miss what you never had. When you're poor, you don't miss what you never had. However, the rich won't be getting their Peloton bikes or their new wall gym system. The rich are going to suffer too. The rich are going to pay even more than the poor because the poor are used to not having anything. The rich are going to act like spoiled fucking brats and throw a temper tantrum. That's what's going to happen. People want to talk about inflation, but inflation has just been happening for years with no pay increase for the average person. Exactly. Exactly. This is exactly why I made the decision to work from home when I moved here to Arizona. Because, number one, gas is insane. I'm rural, so I have to spend money on gas because I'm in the country. So wherever I go takes more gas. I didn't want to deal with, I guess as I'm getting older, I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm like at the point where I'm not going to put up with the petty bullshit I've put up with working in establishments, whether it's working for a school system with special needs kids, whether it's working in a hair salon where I've done before. I'm just kind of sick of people, their selfish attitude, and their fuck you mentality. I don't know how else to say it. That's why I've chosen to work for myself. And a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people who have chosen not to go back to work are working online. There's all kinds of jobs you can do online, from data processing to medical terminology. People are doing voiceovers. People are becoming merchandisers and going to different stores and documenting stuff and getting paid. Start treating your staff right, and you'll get your employees back. Pay them like shit, treat them like shit. The age of Aquarius is here. It's about fellow man, helping each other, community. It's not about the selfishness of corporations. People are talking about inflation. Okay. But then again, things are ours. But then again, I believe the way things are set up is purposeful. Absolutely. It is purposeful. And I really do think those people that are preppers that we used to say were nuts are actually correct in some ways. Some of them are nuts, I mean, in their thought process, but it is done on purpose. Even politics and each side, the left, the right, things that they say are done purposely to divide. Because if our government had a nation that was united, the nation that's united would turn on the government. Government doesn't want its nation divided or united. They want it divided, because when you can divide a nation, you can control a nation in some ways. Gas is insane here too. I used to pay $1.69 a gallon here in Arizona, and that was in 2020. Now it's up to $3.09, and I know in California it's even worse. In other parts of the country, Arizona has cheaper gas than the average person. They want, let's see, I got to read this. They want to indoctrinate you with a workhorse mentality while the 1% take lavish vacations and exploit people's labor. That's exactly right. My oldest daughter told me she is not going back to college. I said, okay, why? I didn't get mad. I just asked why. She says, why in the hell do I want to go and get my bachelor's degree so I have an 80,000 to 100,000 debt when I get out of college, and there's no guarantee I'm going to get a decent job. And frankly, this mentality of working 40 hours a week is fucked. I don't want to work 40 hours a week. And I started thinking about it, and I go, you know what? She's absolutely right. And I can say this because my relatives that live in Italy, Italians have a different mindset about work. Yeah, you need to work to make a living. But one of my relatives told me once that Americans love to work. It's all about work, 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 work. And they never enjoy la dolce vita. Dolce vita means the sweet life. Americans don't know how to enjoy la dolce vita, the sweet life. Italians do. Italians take a 4-hour lunch. That's la dolce vita right there. The Gen Z generation, which my daughter is, they are thinking in very different perspectives now. These are very Aquarian, futuristic viewpoints. You're right. Why would I want to work 40 hours a week and bust my ass? For who? Who benefits? The billionaires. Cheap labor, cheap pay. People are done being slave to the grind. Nobody wants to do it anymore. Even myself, I've thought about applying for part-time work, and I'm not working 40 hours a week. I want part-time. Well, we're not looking for part-time. I'm not working 40 hours a week at $12 an hour. Fuck you. Simply put, not doing it. I could do 3 readings a week, just 3 readings, which I usually get about 2 readings a week. Lately I have been incredibly busy. I was just looking for a little extra money to supplement for Christmas, and I actually found a gig. On Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, I DoorDash, and the local church here has hired out DoorDash to deliver senior food boxes to all the seniors in this town. I work from about 10 in the morning to usually about 12:30 or 1. I don't work any more than 3 hours a day, on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. And I average between 75 to 80 bucks for almost 3 hours of work. That's over 20 bucks an hour. I'm happy. That's good. Heck, and the church, that's a tip the church is giving me for delivering all these. And I kind of enjoy it. There's this one old guy I deliver food to, and he cracks me up. He'll look at, oh boy, here comes trouble. So, it's kind of a way for me to interact with the older people in this community who are really sweet, and it makes their day too, because a lot of them are alone and they don't have anybody, and you're their only means of communication. So it's a good little gig. I'm not complaining. So see, what that means is my daughter's doing it too now. She goes a couple of days a week, brings her in at least 80 bucks a week. It's good damn money. 160 a week adds up, 500 a month. Boom. Christmas money. I'll probably keep doing it after the holidays, though. I'm just kind of enjoying it. So, yep. That's what you got to do. There are a lot of ways to make money. Heck, next time I'm on here, because I've got to get going soon, but there's a lady on YouTube TikTok, that shows you all these different ways to make extra cash. I'm going to go and jot down all her websites, and I'll do a show on that the next time. Let's see. I think. Also, I think we've forgotten that companies are not entitled to your labor. Well, exactly. They treat you like we are their personal slaves. Okay. I feel bad for Amazon during the pandemic. Amazon was busier than ever, and those poor workers, um, though all those billionaires are too busy because they've already fucked this planet up. So let's go to another planet and try and fuck that one up too. Let's go to Mars. I don't know. Have you asked the people of Mars if they want you there? That's what I'm saying. It's a colonizer mentality. Colonizer. Now I know why natives call white people colonizers. They have a colonizer mentality. There's a reason why people aren't going to succeed on Mars, because we're humans. We were meant to live on Earth, or not that there's no other planets out there that are like Earth. I'm sure there are in the galaxy, but it's just a bunch of rich men with a lot of money to burn, and these are just big toys, these rockets that are going up. Elon Musk is another one, but Elon Musk is actually involved in the rocket part of it. There's like this competition between all of them, especially Musk and Amazon dude, because Bezos, because 1 minute one's the richest man in the world, oh, then the next minute it's Bezos, oh, then it's Elon, oh, then it's Bezos. But I will say this one thing about billionaires is, most of them, if you look closely at their stars, they have a very narcissistic personality. Not all of them, but a majority of them. And that's why I'm pimping crypto for women, because it's the future. It will set you up for a good retirement and a good life if you start investing. Get in it now. Anyway, ladies, I am going to go. Wait, we are building a Japanese koi and fancy goldfish at the moment. So I'm with you. We need to have our own businesses and help sustain ourselves. That's exactly it. Yeah. I'm thinking of moving to Flagstaff. What I was telling my daughter, I can run my astrology business, but it's a part-time business. I work probably 25 hours a week putting time into this. I was telling her, you know, how you could, this is a crazy idea, I know, but you know how some people buy a taco truck? I said to her, we're really good at making pastries and lattes and coffees. And, you know, why don't we, instead of having a taco truck, we have like a espresso pastry truck, park it right near the university in Flagstaff. So yeah, you have got to think of ways to make money besides being a slave to the man, as I call it. I don't know if you ever watched that movie, School of Rock with Jack Black. You got to stick it to the man. Sorry, I just watched that movie the other night. So anyway. Anyway, this was supposed to be a witch box, and I went on a soapbox here. I see what you guys did. You got me all riled up with billionaires and politicians. The last thing I'm going to say about this is, you know, those billionaires, if they spent just 10% of their time trying to save this planet, we would be in a better place than wasting their money trying to get to a place that I don't think they're ever going to get to. And if they do, it isn't going to go well. And congratulations, Leslie. I'm very happy for you. I hope that business is prosperous and you guys do well. Okay. I am going to get out of here. I should be back on here probably. I'll know by tomorrow afternoon and I'll put it in YouTube, but I am going to try and get on. I'm trying to do this a little earlier in the afternoons because I do have a lot of people that follow me overseas. You know, I have Leslie who's in Australia, but I've got people in England and in Ireland that follow me as well. And when I do these later at night, like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, well, they can't see it. They're sleeping. They have to see the replay. So I do my DJing like that too. I go on early, like noon, so that all my Amsterdam crew can hear me, and all my crew in England as well. So Thursday or Friday, I'll get on here and I'll try and do an earlier one, like 10, 11 in the morning. And like I said, if I do the video and you have questions, just shoot me an email, shoot me a message on Facebook or through YouTube. I'm always here for questions because when it comes to cryptocurrency, there is no stupid question. I've asked those questions before, and it's a lot to take in. So like I used to always tell my students this too. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Knowledge is power. If you don't know something, you ask. And always remember that. If someone puts you down for asking a question, their answer wasn't worth it. Their answer was an insult to your intelligence. You are so welcome. Thank you, ladies, for tuning. And all of you out there, be safe. I'm sorry I went on a little bit of a billionaire rant. My bad. I'll see you in a few days, you guys. Be safe. Ciao, ladies.